which is like pretty aggressive. It's big damage if they don't block us. Skeleton staying in the grave. Let's play one Troll King. We can get some food in play in case we play another wolf. Hey everybody, welcome back. Thanks for taking the time to watch Hello Good Game. Today we are looking at the #1 Mythic deck from January, I believe. Many of you may know Rumti. He is the mono green player of Magic the Gathering Arena, and this guy consistently hits #1 Mythic, the first person there every month. I believe 6 out of the last 7 months or something. So that's absolutely ridiculous. Let's break down his deck and see if maybe we can emulate some of those results. All right, I'm calling it Rumti's Rogue Slayer because, you know, we've seen so many rogues in the meta. I'm over it. Rogues would be fine if there was no crab, but I digress. 4 copies of our Gilded Goose, a 0/2 with flying. When it enters the battlefield, create a food token. We can pay to tap it to create another food token. We can also tap it to sacrifice a food, adding 1 mana of any color. 2 Witch's Oven, an artifact in which we can tap to sacrifice a creature at instant speed, creating a food token. If that sacrificed creature's power was 4 or greater, we'll create 2 food tokens instead. 3 copies of Trail of Crumbs, an enchantment. When it enters the battlefield, create a food token. Whenever you sacrifice a food, you may pay 1. If you do, look at the top 2 cards of your library. You may reveal a permanent card from among them, putting it into your hand, putting the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. 4 copies of our Tangled Florahedron. It can tap for mana, and it is a 1/1 for 2. And of course, it does have the MDFC land on the opposing side, in which it can also tap for a green mana. Into our 3 drops now. 4 copies of Lovestruck Beast, a 5/5 that can only attack unless if we control a 1/1, I should say. Heart's Desire, 4/1. Sorcery Speed, creating a 1/1 white human creature token. 4 copies of Kazandu Mammoth, a 3/3 with landfall. Whenever a land enters the battlefield, it becomes a 5/5, or it gets +2/+2. And of course, a single copy of Thrashing Brontodon, in which we can sacrifice to destroy target artifact or enchantment, and it is a 3/4. 4 copies of our Wicked Wolf, a 3/3. When it enters the battlefield, it fights up to 1 target creature you don't control. We can sacrifice a food to put a +1/+1 counter on Wicked Wolf. It gains indestructible until the end of turn. You get to tap it as well. So very nice, 3 indestructible there. 2 copies of Vivien, Monster's Advocate, 3 loyalty. When she comes out, she has the static ability of allowing us to look at the top card of our library at any time and allowing us to cast creatures from the top of our library. +1, create a 3/3 with either Reach, Vigilance, or Trample, and -2, whenever you cast your next creature spell this turn, search your library for a creature with lesser converted mana cost and put it into the battlefield and shuffle your library. 3 copies of the Great Henge for 9. It does cost X less to cast, where X is the greatest power among creatures you control. We can tap it to add 2 mana, also gaining 2 life, and whenever a non-token creature enters the battlefield under our control, put a +1/+1 counter on it and draw a card. 4 copies of Feasting Troll King, 7/6 with Vigilance Trample. When it enters the battlefield, create 3 food. We can also sacrifice 3 food to return it to the battlefield from our graveyard on our turn. We have 2 copies of Kogla, the Titan Ape, a 7/6, and when it enters the battlefield, it fights up to 1 target creature we don't control. And whenever it attacks, it will destroy target artifact or enchantment the defending player controls. We can pay 2 to return target human we control to its owner's hand, giving it indestructible until the end of turn. 4 Garenbrigs, in which we can tap for 5 to add 6 mana, 15 for us. 2 Bonders Enclave, we can pay 3, tap it, draw a card if we control a creature with power 4 or greater. And of course, our Crawling Barrens, pay 4, put 2 +1/+1 counters on it. It can come into play if we want as a creature or stay as a land, so a nice mana sink there for us as well. That's the deck list. Let's talk strategy and synergy. We should discuss our draw engines first. The Great Henge is, most important. We want to play this as, consistently on turn 4 as we can. This is done through the Lovestruck Beast as a 5/5 and the Kazandu Mammoth as a 5/5 on turn 4. That'll get it in play. We're not using any Fable Passages, so unfortunately, we're not able to get it in play for free, but that's fine. Just, reducing the consistency of playing in, your first couple turns untapped is really not worth the risk because they can still get it in play. It just keeps you from spending that 2 extra mana on the end of the turn. So Whether it's the Mammoth or the Beast, you play a land on your next turn, and then you play the Passage. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. You know, we also do have the Trail of Crumbs as well as a smaller draw engine, and this will, you know, segue us now into the food portion of the deck when, you know, we do have the Witch's Oven that can create food for us. The Goose creates food. The Trail of Crumbs even creates its own food when it enters. The Wolf will utilize food for Indestructible, which is nice for survivability. And then, of course, the Troll King will give us 3 food when it enters the battlefield, and will require 3 food to re-enter the battlefield. The nice thing about the Troll King is we can use the Witch's Oven on it and create 2 food. Whenever we do sacrifice anything with power 2 or 4 or greater, sorry, we'll create 2 of those food. So that's really going to help us, you know, to keep playing that Troll King over and over again. There's not really that much to the deck. You know, get Vivien out as well, you know, start plussing her, going wide until you can just smash your opponent down. You know, the Troll King has Trample, 7/6 with Vigilance. So once this starts attacking, there's not going to be much they do. And, you know, Kogla can destroy, you know, artifacts or enchantments. So whether that be a Great Henge or a Exile, Banishing Light or something, this will really swing the power balance back in your favor, which is quite nice. So that's the deck list, you guys. I hope you have good luck with it. You know, if you were here on my last video, we had pretty poor luck. Lost twice in a row to Rogues, from 180 to 500. So we're trying our best to climb back up that rank today because we don't want to, you know, slip out of the top 1500, that's for sure. So wish me luck in the matches. I hope you guys enjoy. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share the channel to your friend, and, you know, all the jazz that goes along with that. The free tournaments, gem giveaways that are all incorporated with the channel. Check in on that as well. If you want to know more, there's links in the description below. Enjoy today's gameplay footage, and we will see you in a few minutes to wrap up. Alrighty, let's get at it. Not a bad hand. We've got Kings, we've got Wolves, and our Beast, baby. I don't know. Let's see what we're playing against. They're on the play. Dimir, Control. I don't think Rogues plays Skylands, but I could be wrong. I guess we're gonna have to find out. These sleeves feel like a Control player to me. There'll be no play here. Could be the Tome, but, you know, I'm just doubting it. Not attacking into a Soaring Thought Thief, that's for sure. So we're gonna pass our turn. Picking up right where we left off. Rogues, Rogues, everybody Rogues. I wish these Troll Kings were able to be milled. Passing our turn again. Let's see what else they've got planned here. Oh, another Thought Thief. 2 in your opening hand. Cool. Hey, at least no crabs. No Lurrus, though, which means they're playing Zerasan. And we're going to lose our Great Henge here. And that's game. Hey, no Zerasan. Surprisingly. What's going on in their hand here? Third Thought Thief? They are looking at our graveyard, so they... Are you kidding me? In what world? That's disgusting. And we don't even have a food to eat because they power themselves up so much. Oh my god. Woof. Why do people even play this? Sorcery speed, flash in a borrower, and then draw 2. I mean, they are allowed to play it so poorly, and yet it's just so powerful that it steamrolls everything anyways. It's extremely upsetting. They just have lethal no matter what we do. No reach on anything. Vivien had reach, but it only stops one and they still have lethal. Gosh. Damn ridiculous. What a fun match. Good start to today's video, eh? Picking up right where we left off. Going first, I appreciate that. I would also appreciate not to play against rogues for quite some time. That'll be my third rogue match in a row. Show some mercy already. Thinking, bro. I'm thinking, brah. Settle down. I'm not a rogue player. Give me a sec. Oh, they're mono white. That's why they're upset. They like to go very fast. That second speaker, as long as it's not a Luminarch. And then a Savior. Gross. Gross. I guess we should have kept one back in case they have a apparition to exile. Oh my god. No attacks. It's always the worst case scenario. There it is. Two of them. Wow. Keeping them away from 27 is our only hope, and also keeping them out of the air. I want Kogla right now. They're gonna give it indestructible. But that's okay. We still get a 3/3 out of it. And we get the dog gone. More protection, that's annoying. Oh my god, a third aspirant. 2 speakers, 3 aspirants. Are you serious? That's absolutely ridiculous. That takes them to 27 too. Good game. Woof. Our opponent goes first. Land looks great. Hand looks decent. And it's not a rogue player. Also not a mono white player. We might have a chance. We just might have a chance. We need it. We need a massive win streak, you guys. We went from 180 down to 1,000 in the last little bit here. Let's take our hit. Abzan. Lots of removal. Moss Pit Skeleton. That's something I really wanted to build around, but didn't get the chance ever. Mammoth in play. No attacks. If it was kicked, it enters with 3+1/+1 counters on it. If one or more +1/+1 counters are put on a creature you control. If Moss Skeleton's in your graveyard, put it on the top of your library. Then we've got Skyclave Ravager. Interesting. This is gonna be super awkward. I think we probably just trade with this thing before it gets too big. Right, it's still gonna make a bunch of counters on it. There's no sign of food coming up. Let's just trade. That way they just get the XX that we can deal with. Because that thing could grow pretty aggressively. So it's best to deal with it, I think, right away. Oh, right before they drop the Ozolith, too. We get really lucky there. It stayed in their graveyard. And we should kill this thing, right? Yeah, it's not the target of a spell, it's an ability. Let's take our hit first. No way. Interesting. Let's take some removal. They're bricking as well, it appears, so, you know, that's really good for us. Let's take the 3/3. Keeps their Ozolith dead as well. It's crazy how much more enjoyable this is. Like, they could Extinction Venice right now and I'd still be having more fun than a rogue deck. Another Ravager. Interesting. We get to destroy the Ozolith here, which is like pretty aggressive. It's big damage if they don't block us. Skeleton staying in the grave. Let's play one Troll King. We can get some food in play in case we play another wolf. Ouch! That's a good card. It kind of stops us in our tracks. I kind of want to attack with the Mammoth because we have so much damage going through. I think the 1/1 can attack too. Just because of, again, all that damage we have going through. Let's give Kogla Indestructible here. For this I like. Odd, even, 2, 4, 6. So let's go with another odd here. And this can make it attack. But we should keep that in hand till next turn, probably. Nah, just go for it. Just go for it, brah. Shambler in play. Not really a threat. A third Ravager. People just dropping multis on us. Vivien in play.
Every creature deserves life.
Let's grab this off the top. We could have even minus and pulled a 2-drop, but I don't think that's relevant. Grab something with reach, and again, we are all in just because of how much damage that brings, and I believe that's lethal, so. Feels good to win one, you guys. It feels good to win one, and you know, let's try a few more because we definitely want to be at least top 500. Our opponent goes first. The hand actually looks quite interesting. Mono white, disgusting. Disgusting. Goose in play. Trail of Crumbs is at the ready. We can kill their Skyclave. Ooh. Trail in play. I guess next turn we use our Brontodon. It is the Luminarch. That could get annoying. Oh. Oh. Let's put up the wall at least. Pull out another casket. Pull a land, then Brontodon a casket. We need a 4th land off the top here. Are you serious? Wow. Let's see how it plays out. Nice. One, two, three, 4. We got to tap it for 5. We need that goose back. Unless we're relying on it. That's fine. We only need to tap it. We don't need the re-entry to trigger. Kogla to fight Hushbringer, or we're gonna lose right away. I just feel like this is our only option. They stuffed us perfectly. Hushbringer! Why do you do this to me? Alright, we lose our goose again. Ridiculous. Savior. Heliod's in play. We're just gonna get bashed out in the air. And the goose is gone, so Kogla off the top we can't even cast. Or Kogla, or whatever. I don't know. Sad. This game's over. Good game. There's no way out of that for us. All right, we go first. Let's see how we get shut down this round. I've never had such bad luck. Can't see how this can go wrong, Yorion. Zoria's Control. Lots of exile. Could be a Wari's Disruption or Golden Egg. Is this Esper Doom? It has to be. Let's attack with one. I almost wanted to make a second food for the wolf, so we could use the 1 mana for the food, and then the other one can give the wolf indestructible. But let's hold on just a second. Maybe we top deck a land, right? We're worried about a shatter, so the Troll Kings are our highest priority to get in play, but not nearly enough mana. As far as they know, we're henging next turn, so they need to deal with the beast right now. And that does tap them. Let's see what we can do. We get a land, which is nice. There's not ever going to be anything for us to fight, so I think we should just go in and grab Indestructible. Right? That forces them into an exile scenario here. Here comes a white source into a shatter. We grab Indestructible. A Doom. Interesting. I mean, it gives us something to sack, I guess. Hopefully they don't remove our wolf with exile. Yep. Down to 14. They sack their egg. They need to play something else, though, right? So they don't sack their other casket. It can't be a casket. It could be a Banishing Light. I'm a little nervous. Ah, nice. It's always the exile, eh? Let's make a food at least. We have to sack our wolf because they exile our oven. We're on 4 mana. We almost should have sacked our wolf, so then the Doom would have fizzled here. Oh well. So we're not playing anything, so the Doom fizzles. They Omen, that's fine. We discard. Hopefully it's a troll. I guess we get to pick, don't we? Not quite enough food to bring it back into play, though, which is awkward. But it's still better than Kogla, which can do some jazz. Yep. Maybe we can cycle these trolls. There could be a counterspell here even, which is super sad. Manually tapping mana for a counterspell. Nice. That's game. Not a good day for HGG, that's for sure. Let's see if we can pull this out or not. Doesn't feel like it. Just falling asleep while they manually tap their mana. Tick tock, 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 tick tock. God. Bro, are you serious with the time here? Pull the counterspell. Let's pass our turn. 4 mana open. Want to eliminate? Sure. I'm not sure why they need to be manually tapping their mana. It's like super sleepy, bro. So slow. That's fine though. Good win. Let's keep 7. Our opponent goes first. Nice. Not sure what we have to compete with that. Rule, which means our Hedron's gonna get stomped, and they have access to kill our Henge. More of the same, I assume, here. Yeah. Another innkeeper. Alright, Mammoth in play. Let's try to win this somehow. Yup, keep drawing. Hope you feel good about it. Just popping off. Every deck we face pops off. Pass our turn, we'll trade with the giant. Great Henge? Oh my god. Wow. That's enjoyable. Brutal.
I'd like you to meet my friend.
So they'll probably just kill Vivien here and give up the turn off, which is actually nice. Oh, your third innkeeper. Cool, bro. The last couple days for me have been the worst. We've lost 1,000 ranks. They're just wiling out on us. All right, our luck continues. You know, there's some people I get in the comments, they're like, you only show good footage and you delete everything else. Nope. Right, I'm not a proud man. You know, while we're playing 2 new decks a day, every day, and creating spoiler content, you know, educational content, you know, actually just trying to run my life, you know, trying to read, trying to exercise, and, you know, just play with my cat. I guess I don't really have a family, but, you know, have a semblance of a social life, and, you know, even do other things that aren't 100% my business, because that's all I do. And, you know, I can't not be showing you guys what's happening, right? Like, this is content. Somebody enjoyed this, right? Somebody is a super villain and just is like, I love to watch HGG lose and just get flustered, right? So, you know, for you psychopaths, this one's for you. I hope you enjoyed. I know I certainly didn't. I apologized in the last video, and people told me not to, but here it is again. So sorry. And, you know, I feel bad having just embarrassed myself playing the #1 Mythic deck for 6 months in a row. So, you know, that just goes to show you, when we do talk about these win rates and stuff, it really is much more dependent. There's really only your own win rate, right? I don't think decks should necessarily have win rates, because the data it's taking is from, you know, all walks of skilled players, whether they're, you know, what I would call a 40% win rate player, or a 50% win rate player, or a 60% win rate player. You know, these are kind of like the 3 categories that people fall into. And, you know, you can go above that on good days for sure, but it's just like, you know, this is still a good deck. This is still a great deck, even though, you know, we got smashed with it. It's great. And, you know, sometimes we do really good with the deck and other people can't. And it's the exact same scenario. It's not that the deck's trash and I'm like showing some crazy footage that took me days to get, right? It's just, you know, that's the game. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. Things go in streaks, right? And regardless, you know, I wouldn't have it any other way. Anything that you can consistently be the best at really doesn't yield much reward after a short period of time, right? Things get boring, you get complacent. It's just like, why am I even doing this? So, here's to the struggle. You know, it happens to everybody, guys. You know, the frustration is real. Take a walk, you know, do what you have to do to clear your head and come back, right? Because, you know, it's worth coming back to. So, thanks for your time and attention. I appreciate you guys. Whether this is your first video, I hope it wasn't, or you've been here since the start. You know, without you, it would not be possible. So here is to the next video and hopefully some better matches. Thanks a lot. Take care. We'll see you soon. Hey, make sure to check out our spoilers as well, eh? And if you've watched to the end, you guys know the deal. The new deal is you go in the comments. We started a wolf chain. Everybody woofs in the comments. It's really, really good stuff. So thank you to everybody who's been doing that as well. All right, you guys. We'll see you in a few.